The most difficult, the most challenging thing that I've ever done in my life was to move here and work here. It was very painful the first 8 months. However, after 4 years, it's been the most rewarding, the most blessed gift, the most wonderful thing that I feel like I've done in my life. I'm driven by the opportunity and the privilege to make change in an environment where so much can be done. I'm so glad that I came to Pakistan. You wouldn't believe my friends who are in the West, in the US, who said to me, "Oh my God, you have no idea what you're getting into. We are Pakistanis." They're Pakistanis. They're born in Karachi but would never come here. They thought that we were ruining our children's lives by coming here. But I think that being here has afforded me the opportunity to help so many different people, and that's what keeps me going. So I was born in England, in London, and that's where I went to school and went to university and got my degrees and my master, and then went into the healthcare industry. I started working in London, central London, for about 3 years, and then had the opportunity to go to Toronto, where I worked there for 9 years. And then after that, I met my beloved and moved to San Francisco and worked there for 14 years. But whilst I was in San Francisco, I was commuting to New York for about 5 years, because that's where one of the companies I worked for was based. So that was a lot of commute. And throughout my career in marketing and communications for health services, by that time it had been about 20 years. So my husband and I felt good about where we were at, and an opportunity came up for him actually to come to the Aga Khan University to work with the president in his office. And when he was considering the opportunity, he said, "Well, what about you?" Because we were both professionals. And then I said, "Well, let's see." And so then they looked around in the institution and realized that they actually needed somebody for marketing. They had a marketing department, but it wasn't really up to par with international standards. So when I was asked about this opportunity, I thought, wow, what a great challenge. I'd love to do that. There's not only cultural, but there's a religious aspect, especially in Pakistan, being an Islamic country, which I'd never lived in before. And the work ethic is very different. There's a language barrier because I never spoke Urdu before. My mother tongue is Gujarati, which I can speak, but Urdu is new to me. And through watching lots of Bollywood movies, I can speak in Hindi, but you know, it's not the same, right? And working in an environment where predominantly everyone speaks Urdu was another challenge. Before, when we were the only player, we didn't need to talk to anyone, and people would be like, "Okay, you don't really need marketing." And even now today, people say, "Why do you need marketing? Why do you need communication?" But the reason we need it is because the landscapes change. And society has evolved because of technology, right? So in Pakistan, we know that majority, I think it's 80% of the population or maybe more, have mobile phones, and they do communicate. And many, what's 30% or so, have smartphones, so they have access to a lot of social media, and people are communicating and they want to communicate, so they've become more informed. And so it's not now one way, it's got to be a two-way conversation. We've established a new website where we hope to continue to add more functional capability, where we're having more interaction with our users. We also launched our own hospital Facebook page. There was a lot of discussion around that because there is risk to it. However, we benchmarked according to international standards. We set ourselves up for success. As professionals in digital media, we know that we can't react to everything. Not everything is a crisis. And when something happens, we have to determine whether it's an issue or an emergency or a crisis. So I believe that if we keep a level head and we follow our processes, we follow our ethics and we stick by them and we don't deter from them, then we'll be fine.